Hey guys, Zen here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting into 3 news updates for Rainbow Six Siege, including all of the latest for the game and even a glimpse at what's to come. Real quick, if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on those notifications right now. We're on this grind to 200k, and it's only possible with you guys. And so with that, let's get it started. First, I wanted to quickly talk about the recent ban wave, because wow, so many players were banned recently after the initial wave. Now, throughout the feedback I've received, the bans being given out have been fairly short for the most part. I think the longest ban I've heard of has been for about a week, so Ubisoft wasn't too hard on those that were actually banned. But we should be aware that this is only the first wave, and so expect there to be more down the road. Like I said, guys, I think this has been a great thing overall for the game, and makes the point that with exploits comes consequence, which in a competitive game like this is necessary. But if there's one thing I haven't really heard made public, is the apparent DDoSing issue over on console. Shout out to my console supporters. I'll always have love for you guys. But yeah, a lot of you guys have been expressing concern for the DDoSing over there, and I'm curious to know if it's still a problem even after some of the recent updates. So let us know. Now, I do want to shed a light on the fact that unfortunately, things just take a little longer over on console. On PC, the devs can just send an update directly through Uplay and things can be fixed. On console, you have to go through either Microsoft or Sony and Xbox Live or PSN, get approved for a patch, schedule the patch, and then finally release it. I believe this is also a reason why console doesn't have a test server. The test server needs to be updated constantly, and with all of those terms in place, it just isn't possible. So I will admit this explanation isn't the most entertaining topic, but hopefully it adds a little perspective to an ongoing issue. Now, moving on to our second and more important update, we're going to speak about the latest patch that's made its way to Rainbow Six Siege. So this one is all about bug fixes, and more importantly, it's setting up for a much bigger update coming very soon here, and from what we know, there's going to be some changes coming to some of the operators in the game. So Ubisoft goes on to say the Year 4 Season 2.2 patch will be primarily bug fixes aimed at cleaning up issues raised during the test server and during the early weeks of season release, while we prepare for the next update and work on other major issues. Now, for those of you who don't know, we'll be seeing some adjustments to the loadouts of both Nook and Warden, and depending on how you look at it, they could be getting nerfed. So when Operation Phantom Sight launched, the exploits that are now fixed were still a big problem. We didn't have access to the Claymore, deployable shield, or Clash for that matter for over a month, and it actually caused some serious balancing changes to the brand new operators. Warden, for instance, will be losing his 2 impact grenades and will be receiving a deployable shield, and Nook will be swapping out her flashbangs for a Claymore. Now, you may be wondering why this hasn't happened yet and why both of these operators still have these loadouts even after all of these issues were fixed, and I believe it's because Ubisoft is waiting to introduce the deployable shield 2.0 into the game. For those of you who missed it or just don't have access, the deployable shield 2.0 is being tested in the test server, and obviously once all of the bugs are ironed out, it'll be brought to the live game. So I think Ubisoft would rather swap out Warden's impacts for the new shield instead of giving him the old shield and kind of forcing him to relearn this new mechanic once the new one is ready. Now, honestly, if they were to give him the old shield, I think it'd be a nerf. I think impacts offer a ton more utility for him and also open up his ability to roam and easily open up the map. However, with the new shield, I think it is synergized well with his gadget, because with the small cutouts, it'll make it easier for him to see the enemy while being able to quickly peek in and out of cover with the glance eyeglasses. But what do you think? Should Warden have impacts or a shield? I really feel like this new secondary could change the game for Warden, but only time will tell if that's the case. As far as Nook, I think a Claymore makes sense to cover her back, but it will make her less aggressive overall. Flashbangs allow you to push, or at the very least force a defender out of a position, but they also make a good amount of noise, which of course enables a silent operator like Nook to get around unheard. Now, I play a lot of this operator, but as of recently, I run the breach charge on her, but maybe a Claymore is exactly what she needs for more people to feel confident in picking her. Now, it should be noted that this change isn't confirmed for this new update, and neither is the deployable V2, but the next update to expect is the big mid-season patch, which is also usually followed up with a new elite, and from what we've seen, it could either be Smoke or Mira. Finally, here with our last update, we have some new challenges, but also we're struggling, guys. So the Bastille Day challenge is now live, and if you win 5 rounds in multiplayer with Twitch, Montang, Doc, or Rook, you obtain the Freedom Guide charm. Now, also for challenges, we still have the Showdown Community Challenge, and just being honest, we haven't even scratched the surface. As of this recording, and this is PC of course, but the goal is 6 million headshots with the Boss G, and collectively as a community, we've accounted for less than 1.5 million. I'm assuming the numbers aren't much different on console either, and I could imagine hitting those numbers with a controller is a pretty demanding task. Now, in comparison to the Madhouse event, for instance, we more than doubled the community goals, so it's kind of crazy to think of how difficult this challenge actually is, but it could also be the fact that people aren't playing this mode as much at this point or haven't been playing it as consistently as some other events. Now, personally, I've been focused on the elo grind recently, so I haven't played much more of the event, but I think it may be time to remove the old Western theme music because I hear it in my dreams, guys. Seriously, my dreams. But that's it. That's 3 news updates for Rainbow Six Siege. Now, I want to hear from you. Is DDoSing a serious problem on console? And what are your thoughts about the upcoming update? Leave it all in a comment down below. If you do enjoy this content, please drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. With that being said, it's been Zen. Hey.
Down to 1 friendly. 1 op 4 remaining.
There you go.
Op 4
Oh
eliminated.
man,
Friendly mission
getting
successful.
crispy on them, boy.
Bigger than top.
Guys, you want to do white and black?
Hold up, baby.
Ella's dead.
Man, it's lit. He should be dead.
Bottom watch.
He's laying down in the middle of the floor, man. Good.
Op 4 last operator standing.
Countering their intel.
I'm stuck in here.
And the basketball.
Ooh,
Nice.
Op 4 eliminated.
let's go.
There's claymores all over the place, he can't get to it.
He just destroyed 2 of the claymores.
No, he got 1. 1 is still there.
Don't have time.
Echo right
Op 4 last op.
now. From him.
No, no, let's go.
Friendly mission successful.
They're weak as fuck there.
Yeah, that's crazy how bad they are there.
It's all good. We reeled it in, boys. They did their best.
Shoot your shit.
There's another one. There's another
10
one.
HP, 10 HP somewhere.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Callouts. Thermite's dead.
Oh, come on. Front door. Buck, he's in.
That's diffuser. You think he drone hold me?
If you remain in this position, protected by hostiles. 1 friendly remaining. Op 4 last operator standing.
Just keep your distance. Don't let him close in on it. Nice
Op
shot.
4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Oh, mission.
They're in. On bid.
You will be detected
Interrogation?
in this area. You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back. Bomb diffuser in place. One friendly operator remaining. Diffuser located. Protect the bomb and disable the diffuser.